Hey, what up, Nerd Squad? How's it? Thanks for stopping back in. Today we're doing a no bullshit assessment on the movie Boss Level that just came out on Hulu. This movie is starring Frank Grillo. You may remember him. He was in, he was in Kingdom. He was in Captain America, the Winter Soldier. I think he was Crossbones, I think was his name in it. Just a badass dude. Badass fighter, just badass all around. This movie is pretty interesting, and I found myself laughing my ass off throughout the whole thing. But basically, the premise behind this thing is it's kind of like Groundhog Day. So his character Roy wakes up every single morning the same way, about to be killed in his apartment, and it goes throughout the course of him kind of telling us how many tries he's had at this, and it gives us attempt number 48, attempt number 75, and all that stuff, and how different it gets each time, because each time it's happening, he's learning how he's going to get killed next, and how to avoid it, and what to do differently, and it still just always ends up him getting killed. So it's super funny though, and it's got tons and tons and tons of action in it. That's really good action. It's, like I said, it's super funny. It in a lot of ways reminded me of things like, I don't know, I guess like even Grand Theft Auto, some of the ways he was getting killed, and just the humor behind the ways he was dying, and him basically hitting the reset button himself a few times and shooting himself in the head just to start over because he screwed something up, or not timing the car chase scene right, so he ends up getting hit by the bus and going through the windshield and all kinds of shit. But it was super funny. Like I said, the action was really cool, but there was actually a really good story behind it too. It's pretty cool to see his character through the course of this movie is trying to figure out, why is this happening, and then once he discovers why it's happening, he's trying to figure out how to prevent it from happening, and to stop it from continuing. But it's hilarious. The supporting characters in it, the assassins that are in this that are after him, are hilarious. Everything about it is funny, and like I said, Frank's character Roy, he's just a badass, and we know, you've seen him he does fight scenes and other stuff, and like really really good solid pick for this movie. I think this was phenomenal. He plays this character, I guess. To kind of backtrack just a little, give you a little more understanding of it, his character Roy is a retired Delta Force operator, so it makes more sense going through this thing. Is he has all these necessary skill sets and stuff to do it, and there's even a joke in there that his son at one point asks him, "Are you like the guy from Taken who has a certain who has a certain set of skills?" And he's just like, "No, Liam Neeson's fake." He's like, "I'm the real deal." So tons and tons of like just comedic relief throughout it, and like I said, the way that he just keeps getting killed and trying to figure stuff out is just hilarious. It's so funny. It gets to the point a couple times, or one point in the movie anyway, where he's just fed up. He's so sick and tired of this happening that he just wants to sleep in and stay in bed instead of getting woken up by this machete wielding psycho. So it's just like cut after cut of like probably maybe five or more times of him just saying fuck it, and staying in bed while this guy just hacks him to pieces or stabs him, just standing over top of him and just shooting him a whole bunch of times, because he just at this point doesn't care. He's so over this Groundhog Day-esque repeat style of what's taking place. But like I said, it's just super funny. Really good action though, really good hand-to-hand stuff, really good some pistol combat stuff, there's some sword fight stuff. Everything was choreographed really, really, really well in this, and I'm serious, it just had me dying the whole time. Honestly, for this, my no bullshit assessment on this is a watch for sure. If you like any kind of comedy and action, this movie is 100% for you. It is hilarious. And like I said, it does have a good story behind it. There's a lot of stuff going on in it, but the story and the way that it plays out and stuff is actually really cool, and it's kind of cool to see how it ends and stuff. But all the different ways of him, like I said, doing like a restart, and it kind of very much is video game-esque. It even has like the text on screen when it's showing his new attempt, like attempt number, whatever. It's definitely kind of an old school video game style graphic and stuff, and it references a lot of old school video games and stuff. So it kind of gives that vibe of, you have a certain amount of lives in the video game, and every time you die, you start over at the checkpoint and stuff like that. So super cool though, really funny. Like I said, absolutely great characters throughout it. Will Sasso's in it. I'm trying to think. There's just a handful. Mel Gibson, he plays the main antagonist. He's the bad guy, kind of that's doing all this stuff and just being a prick and stuff. But like I said, just overall a very well put together, super funny movie to just sit through and not expect something crazy, outlandish. And like I said, it's super funny though, the way, like I said, that he dies so many times and all the different attempts and him falling off a building or getting shot by this helicopter a bunch of times and or getting assassinated at a diner. It's just like all kinds of new stuff. And as he makes it a little farther each time in each day, just crazy new stuff's happening. He gives all these characters their own names and stuff, and one of them he calls Kaboom, and it's just the funniest thing to see the interaction between him, and he just doesn't even know. Like this guy sneaks up on him in a parking lot and puts a bomb on his back and then blows him up. But it's funny. You got to see it. Like I said, if this is anything of the kind of movie and story that you're into, like I said, it's just super funny. And you know what's crazy? I hadn't even heard of it, actually. I didn't even know what it was. I just had seen that it was one of the new movies released, and I was like, oh, those guys are, good actors. I'm very familiar with, like I said, Mel Gibson and Frank Grillo and stuff. So I was like, well, this might be kind of cool. Read the little synopsis on it and then just threw it on and just sat there and just died the whole way through. Just laughed my ass off every time. Like I said, every time he resets and restarts, there's tons and tons of new funny parts throughout it. But again, it holds a pretty good story to it as well. But it's funny too. He talks about in it some of the ways that he's died and how they felt, and how being killed at the end, or a couple of times there, as he's getting farther along in the game, so to speak, he gets killed with a sword, and saying how it hurts not only going in but coming out, and it's one of the more painful deaths he's experienced, except one time, and it shows these two lady assassins that have been chasing him for a while in this minivan drive past him and shoot him in the crotch, and he goes down, and it's just hilarious. So give it a watch. I think you'll enjoy it. Like I said, for me, my no bullshit assessment on Boss Level is hands down watch it. It's hilarious. It's got fantastic action, great cast. Just all around, I thought it was a really, really good movie. So I highly suggest you check it out when you get a chance. Like I said, I caught it on Hulu. I'm not sure if it's on anything else. I didn't look. Like I said, I wasn't even familiar with it coming out. So it is on Hulu. I'm not totally sure. I can check and put a link or something in the bio if I need to, and just to give you guys a heads up where it is, because it's worth checking out. I would suggest you do it. But yeah, that's my no bullshit assessment on Boss Level. If you guys have anything you want me to go over, let me know. Hit me up on Instagram, Sector 7 Podcast. Leave me some comments. Subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends. Do all that cool shit. And as always, guys, stay safe. Be good to each other. And we'll see you in the next one. See you.